Okay, exit video for July. Starting at the top, as per the ritual of previous videos, past the shipping container, there's a house. The view, there's a lot more view than there was because we've done a little bit more clearing, and I'll show you in a sec where we're at with the endless saga of the septic tank. So you can see over there it's now out of the hole, which was dug and then filled, and then a new hole has to be dug and then it gets put back in again. So not much to see here other than a lot of those building materials from the veranda are now gone because they've turned into kitchen cabinets. There's the septic down, or absorption trench I should say, down there, and you can kind of see where the pipes go. But the reason the tank has to be moved is the entry point where the splitter box is now in the centre of the trench off to one side rather than at the end down the far end. So heading in here, we have the usual miscreants and evildoers, blow-ins. If you're not careful, they come in and they start washing dishes and cooking food. Workbench getting more and more tattered, so that'll be in the fire after the next trip because I will have finished everything, and then a whole lot less building material than there was before. Oh, there's a mop, I better put that back inside. Kitchen wise, cupboards are now finished, so we've got this set up here. I know I summarised that before. So starting from the door, we've got the little cupboard with kitchen cleaning stuff. The microwave is not going there, the oven goes there, that cooktop is obviously temporary. Then we've got a small cupboard, a bigger cupboard, a corner cupboard, a sink cupboard with that gas heater is going to go, another standard size cupboard, another corner cupboard, another small cupboard, and this pantry here will go to be replaced by this cupboard here, which I've temporarily stored underneath the temporary workbench or island, and I think I like the idea of the island. In here, what's changed? Nothing, I don't think. Everything's as it was. The only other addition, if we go back here, we now have a door on the study, and if I can just show you how well this works. Dinky dinky dink. Ta-da, perfect. Most of that was done before it got dark. Before it got light in the morning. And then somebody's left a drop saw there. I don't know who that would have been. And there's the blue guitar. It goes out of tune. And there's Pedro. Say hello to Pedro. And then out here is more of the view than there was before because there's more clearing down there. It's hard to tell, but over the crest, see if I can get a shot. So more clearing. You can see all the tree stumps down there, and then over the crest down that away, that's where I'm going to put the painter's studio. So I've done a lot of clearing down there as well. And then for the tank, we might go around the other side and look at the tank because I can't quite see it from here. Let me just pause, hang on. And just on the way out the door, fire's all ready to go for next trip, so I don't make the same mistake I made last time, which is to walk in, it's getting dark, it's freezing cold, and there's no firewood. But that's been great. Okay, the other thing, fire extinguisher now mounted on the wall, and the fire blanket is now on the, extraction hood thingy. Okay, I'm going to go around this side of the house this time since we haven't spent a lot of time around here. So this rocky thing will eventually, after certification, will become a side veranda so that I can run a wheelchair in a straight line from the car park here, because the height of that would be the same as this. So that's going to be coming along here. And then underneath you can see where we started to do the cladding for the bushfire embers. And that's what that's going to look like along the bottom there. So I'll try and do this without breaking my neck. And then just ignore the mess. Don't look. So what we've got here is 3 IBCs, and what's eventually going to happen is each one will fill, or either one will fill the next one, or I'll do them all concurrently, and you can see the hose in the bottom there. But I've got to buy a little extension thing to go on those, otherwise I can't tighten up the T-pieces. But they're ready to go, and then that hose wanders around all over the place, and then it comes back here. Now, aside from the fact that I've ended up making a drip, I don't know if you can see that dripping, which is, it doesn't really matter, it's just wastewater. So what we've got up here is, you can see I've put an elbow there that's just slightly below the exit of the tank. So if this pipe here gets overwhelmed, i.e. can't drain fast enough into those IBCs, it'll go above the level of the elbow and then drain out down there. Now, somebody put a tree there, so I might have to, in order to straighten this out, put a little bit of a angle bend on that. So that's that. So these 3 IBCs will be, because that's excess water, they only fill up from waste from the tank. That'll be for watering the garden, which will be a gravity feed to somewhere down here. Haven't really picked a spot yet, but it's got to be something that's got decent soil. The soil in here is actually really good in amongst the rocks. So I'll just show you here the absorption trench. So where I'm standing right here used to be a hole. So in the fine tradition of Yes Minister, we're moving a hole. So that's what it's going to look like when it's done. And you can see down here it's a lot clearer than it used to be. So the garden might go down here somewhere. That's all really rich soil, that lot. Okay, I'll leave you with that. There's the house. Amazing.